Okay, so uh, good evening, students, and okay, good evening, students. I'm Zainab Ali. Okay, I'm a teacher for grade 6 to 9. I teach science, and if your friends have not joined yet, so ask them. You can share the links to them and ask them to join soon. Okay, okay. So okay? So what are we going to study today is we are going to study about eclipses. Okay, what is the topic that we are going to study today? We are going to study about eclipses. So eclipses is sceneries that can be observed in the sky. Some scenes that can be observed in the sky, you call it as eclipses. So what are eclipses? Eclipses are scenes that can be observed in the sky. Okay, so when you consider the eclipses, there are two types of eclipses. So how many types of eclipses do you have? There are two types of eclipses. So the first type of eclipses, you call it as the solar eclipses. So the first type of eclipses, you call it as the solar eclipses. And the second type of eclipses, you call it as the lunar eclipses. Okay, so let's start from the first. So what are we going to study today? We are going to study about eclipses. Okay, so how many types of eclipses do we have? We have two types of eclipses. The first type you call it as the solar eclipses, and the second type you call it as the lunar eclipses. So first you should understand this. So is everyone clear how many types of eclipses are there? Is this clear? Yes. Okay. So now I am going to teach you about solar eclipses. We are going to study about solar eclipses. So before we go to the topic solar eclipses, I want to teach you the position. Where is the earth? Where is the sun? Where is the moon? How it is rotating? So I want to teach you that. Okay. So listen carefully. So what I'm going to do is now this is the sun. Let's say that this is the sun. Okay. So this is going to be our sun. Then you know that the earth rotates around the sun, right? You know that the earth, it rotates around the sun. So how many days does it take for the earth to rotate around the sun? Does anyone know? Does anyone know how many days? Very good, Aisha. Well done, Salma, Ruksha. Yes, very good. Yes, it takes 365 days. It takes 365 days for the earth to rotate around the sun. Okay? It takes 365 days for the earth to rotate around the sun. So you have the moon, right? There is moon. So the moon rotates around the earth. So what does the moon do? The moon is going to rotate around the earth, right? So this you should understand. How many days does it take for the moon to rotate around the earth? It is going to be 27.3 days. So if anyone asks you, how many days does it take for the moon to rotate around the earth? It is going to be 27.3 days. So 27.3 days means 27 days, 7 hours, and 12 minutes. Okay. So 27.3 days means 27 days, 7 hours, and 12 minutes. So this concept you should understand in order to study about eclipses. So eclipses are the scenes that you can see in the sky. Okay, the eclipses are going to be the scenes that you see in the sky. Okay, so what is happening here? The earth is rotating around the sun. It takes 365 days for the earth to rotate around the sun. That you call it as the revolution, right? And then you know that the moon is going to rotate around the earth, and it takes 27.3 days for the moon to rotate around the earth. So is this clear? Is this concept clear now? Okay. Yes, this is clear, right? So now we'll go to the topic eclipses. Students, don't message to Sateha College. If you have any doubts, message to my name. It's Zainab Ali. Okay? The co-host, that is my name. So message to that, don't message to Sateha College. Okay? So now we'll move on to the next part. So now we are going to study what is known as a solar eclipse. So I taught you earlier, there are two types of eclipses. So what are they, students? What are the two types of eclipses? Yes, you can send me the message. Yes, very good, Aisha. Very good, Abdullah Zahim. Well done, Ruksha. Yes. So the two types of eclipses is going to be solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. Now I'm going to teach you about the solar eclipse. So what is solar eclipse? Solar eclipse means you have the sun. Earlier I drew the sun, right? So there is the sun here. So you know that there is Earth which is rotating around the sun. Okay, you know that the Earth is going to rotate around the sun. And you know that there is the moon which rotates around the Earth. Students, can I know whether y'all can hear me? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the responses. Okay, now listen. So we know that the moon is going to rotate around the Earth. So when the moon comes to this position, is the board stuck, students? Or can you all see the board clearly? Can't see the board. Okay. Can you all see that now? Can you all see the board clearly now? Okay, thank you, students. So what are we going to study now? We are going to study about solar eclipses. What are we studying? We are studying about solar eclipses. Listen carefully. What is a solar eclipse? When the moon, so this is going to be the moon, right? This is going to be our Earth. So when the moon is in between the sun and the Earth, when the moon is in between the sun and the Earth, and when they are in a straight line, when they are in a straight line, the shadow of the moon will fall on the Earth. The shadow. Now let's say that the shadow of the moon is going to fall on the Earth. So that you call it as a solar eclipse. So listen carefully, what is a solar eclipse? Solar eclipse means now we know that the Earth is rotating around the sun, right? We know that the Earth is rotating around the sun. And we know that the moon is rotating around the Earth. So when the moon comes to this position, when the moon comes in between the sun and the Earth, and when the moon, sun and the Earth is in a straight line, the shadow of the moon will fall on the Earth. The shadow, this you call that, this will be the shadow. So the shadow of the moon will fall on the Earth. That you call it as a solar eclipse. So what is a solar eclipse? When the moon is in between the sun and the Earth, and when they are in a straight line, the shadow of the moon will fall on the Earth. That you call it as a solar eclipse. So I'll ask someone. Let's see if y'all can answer. Okay, I'll ask someone. Rahna Ilyas, can you tell me what is a solar eclipse? Rahna Ilyas. Then, okay, no answer. So anyone who can answer, can you all raise your hands? Let's see who can answer. Okay, let's ask Afka. Afka, what is a solar eclipse?
When the moon is in between the sun and the earth, and when there is a straight line, the shadow of the moon will fall on the earth.
Very good, Afka. Well done. So when they are in a straight line, the shadow of the moon is going to fall on the earth. That you call it as a solar eclipse. That you call it as a solar eclipse. Now, now I'm asking you a question. At the same time, will the whole earth undergo solar eclipse? Will the whole earth experience solar eclipse or only a part of the earth? What do you all say? Will the whole earth experience solar eclipse or only part? Only a small part. Very good, students. Only a small part of the earth will experience the solar eclipse because the moon is going to be small, right? The moon is a smaller object. The sun is a very huge object while the earth is between, like it is not the size of the moon or the sun. It is bigger than the moon and smaller than the sun. Okay, so from the location where people experience, these people will experience the solar eclipse. At that time, they will not be able to see the sun because this moon will cover the sun. Now you may ask me, the sun is a very huge object while the moon is a very small object. So how can you say that we can't see the sun from the earth? So do you all have any answer for that? Anyone who have any answer for that? So now what is my question is, now moon is small, right? And sun is huge. So even though the moon is small and the sun is huge, a person who is living here, he will not be able to see the sun during a solar eclipse. What is the reason? Because the moon is near and sun is far. Very good, Nifras. The difference between, because of the light rays, that's because of the three types of solar eclipse. No, Ahla, because of the shadows. Salma, the light of the sun will be knocking on the moon because of the high resolution, Ruksha is telling. And the reason is, students, now let's say that there is a window. In your house, there is a window. So there is a tree very far away. Will you see the tree as a big tree or will you see it as a small tree? How will you see the tree? A small tree, right? Now, when you look at from the window, you will a tree will be there far away. How will you see that tree? You will see that tree as a smaller object. It is the same concept here. We are living on the earth. The sun is very, very, very far away. Million kilometers far. It's very far away, right? The sun. So that's why we can see the sun as a smaller object. But the moon, even though it is small, it is closer to the earth. So that's why we can see the sun and the moon like the same size. So why you can see the sun and the moon as the same sizes? Sun is very far away. Even though the sun is big, it is very far away from the earth. Moon is closer to the earth, right? That's why the people who are living on the earth can see the moon and the sun as the same size. So you can think about this. You can think you are looking outside the window. There is a huge tree very far away. You will see that tree as a smaller tree, not as a very huge tree, right? So that concept is applied here. Okay. So is this clear, students? Is this clear? Okay, great. Now we are going to move on to the next part. So solar eclipse, when you consider the solar eclipse, you have the sun here, right? You have the sun. Between the sun, between the sun and the earth, what is there? The moon, right? So you have the moon here and you have the earth here. You have the earth here. So the light rays of the sun will come like this and it will fall on the moon, right? The light for, and then the shadow of this moon will come and fall on the earth. So during this time, the people who are living in this area will experience, it will be very dark for them because there is no sun during that time. So this lasts only for 7.5 minutes. How many minutes solar eclipse lasts? The maximum time that a solar eclipse can last is 7.5 minutes. Okay? How many minutes a solar eclipse can last? It can last for 7.5 minutes. And the solar eclipse can occur in a region of 160 kilometers squared. So the area of the solar eclipse that can occur here is going to be 160 kilometers squared. Okay. So how many minutes it can last? Tell me, students, so how many minutes it can last? A solar eclipse, how many minutes? Yes, very good, Amra. Very good, Ahna. Very good. Well done, Siddika. Sarah as well. Well done, Ahla. Yes, a solar eclipse can last for 7.5 minutes. And how many areas? What is the area that it can cover? What is the area? 160 kilometers squared. If you write 160 kilometer, it's going to be wrong. You should write 160 kilometers squared because it's an area. We are mentioning the area. We are not mentioning the distance. So if you are mentioning distance, you can write kilometer. But when you are mentioning the area, you should mention 160 kilometer square. Right? Now, the next thing that you should understand. Is the earth only rotating around the sun, or is the earth rotating around its own axis also? What do you all think? Is it rotating only around the sun, or is it rotating around its own axis also? Both, right? Very good, students. So if the earth is rotating around the sun, you call it as a revolution. If the earth is rotating around itself, you call it as the rotation, right? It is going to be rotation. It is going to rotate around its own axis, right? So, if how many hours it takes to rotate it around the own axis? How many hours? Very good, students. Very good, Shabir. Very good, Zainab. It takes 24 hours to rotate around its own axis. It takes 24 hours to rotate around its own axis. So now tell me, because of this rotation only, now is solar eclipse always occurring in Sri Lanka, or it can occur in the opposite? Now if you say this side is Sri Lanka and this side is America, is it always occurring in Sri Lanka, or there is a chance for America also to occur? Is there a chance for America also to occur? Yeah, because the earth is rotating around its own axis. Because the earth is rotating around its own axis. Now let's say sometime, because it is rotating around its own axis. Now when the sun is here and when the moon is here, now let's say that this area is Sri Lanka. Let's say we are living here and the opposite here is America. So now who will experience the solar eclipse? Will Sri Lanka experience or America experience? Sri Lanka. Very good. So now tell me, now the earth is rotating it around its own axis and America has come here and Sri Lanka is here. Now who will experience the solar eclipse? America. Very good, students. Well done. Okay. So is this clear? Is this clear? That area moves because of the rotation of the earth. Yeah. Okay. So remember, the area is moving because the earth is rotating on its own axis. The area is moving because the earth is rotating around its own axis. Anyone who have any doubts until now can unmute and ask me. You all can raise your hands. I will unmute yourself. Yes, Amra Nizam. Amra Nizam, do you have any doubts?
Teacher, can you explain it again?
What do you want me to explain, dear? Can you? Can you specify what did you understand? Okay, Harzik, what didn't you understand? What part didn't you understand?
Should we
I
write
didn't
this?
understand this part only, teacher.
Should
Sorry,
we
Amra?
write?
Teacher, this part only, teacher.
Okay, I'll explain this part. Hardik, I'll give you all time to write. Okay. So if you all
Okay.
want, when I am teaching, you all can take some short notes if you all want.
Okay.
I have sent you all the tute. You all can answer the tute also. I'll give you all some time to answer the tutes also. So only the eclipses I will be teaching today. Okay. So
Okay.
okay. So
Okay, thank you.
others, welcome. Okay, now listen. So what is solar eclipse? Listen carefully. What is solar eclipse? One student wants me to explain that again. I'm not going to make you all memorize. Just think, right? Don't memorize. Nothing to memorize here. What is happening? You should know that the earth is rotating around the sun and the moon is rotating around the earth. That you should know, right? The moon is going to rotate around the earth and the earth is rotating around the sun. Okay, that should be clear for you. Then you should know, so this is the sun, right? This is the sun, this is the moon, and this is the earth. So you know that the moon is going to rotate the earth. It takes 27.3 days. The earth is going to rotate the sun. It takes 365 days, right? So there will be a situation where these three, the sun, the moon, and the earth comes in a straight line. There will be a situation like that. So during that time period, what will happen is, now the sun is reflecting its light, right? So the light of the sun will fall on the moon. The shadow of this moon, now if you take a ball and if you put a torch in front of the ball, you can see the shadow on the wall. You studied this in grade 7. We studied about penumbra, umbra. We studied about this in grade 7, right? So when the light comes and fall on an object, the shadow of it will fall on the earth, right? The shadow will fall on the earth. This you call it as solar eclipse. So you should say, when the moon is in between the sun and the earth, and if all these three, the moon, the sun, and the earth are in a straight line, the shadow of the moon will fall on the earth. That you call it as a solar eclipse. The shadow of the moon will fall on the earth. That you call it as a solar eclipse. Okay, so what is a solar eclipse? Solar eclipse means when the moon is in between the sun and the earth, the shadow of the moon, and these three should be in a straight line. The shadow of the moon will fall on the earth. This scenario, you call it as a solar eclipse. So I hope that solar eclipse is clear for everyone here. So let's do the question, right? Let's write what is solar eclipse. Soon write down. Let me share the screen. Okay, so do the question number 26 and 27. Do question number 26 and 27. Okay, so y'all can reply through the chat. So tell me, what are the two types of eclipses? What are the two types of eclipses? Yes, very good. So the two types of eclipses are going to be the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. Okay, so the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. How do a solar eclipse occur? So explain the scenario. How does a solar eclipse occur? Soon explain. I'll give you all 2 minutes. Soon explain how does a solar eclipse occur? Okay, So you can't just say when a moon shadow falls on the earth, students. You should explain from the beginning. Very good, Shamrita. Well done. Very good, Nifras. Very good, Ahnaf. Well done. Very good, Amra. Well done. Asma, Kiyad. Very good. So y'all, some students have missed a certain points. So remember to include everything, okay? If you include everything, only your answer will be correct. So you should write when the moon is in between, when the moon is in between the sun and the earth, when the moon is in between the sun and the earth, and when these three, when they three, and when all three are in a straight line, and when all three are in a straight line, the shadow of the moon, the shadow of the moon, the shadow of the moon will fall on the earth, will fall on the earth. That you call it as a solar eclipse. This you call it as a solar eclipse. Okay, very good, Hafsa Shiraz. Well done. Hajar Nasir, very good. Sara Anwar, well done. Aflal, very good. Afra Shiraz, Rahna, Sumaya, Shafa, Ashema, Zainab Rikaz. Zainab Rikaz, try to write the full thing, okay? Asma Rizwan, very good. Asma Kiyad, Amra, very good. Ahnaf, very good. Okay, so well done, students. I'm really happy to see your answers. Okay, now we have completed the solar eclipse. But there are 3 types of solar eclipse. Okay, how many types of solar? I think you can answer the 28 also. Let's see the 28 question whether you can answer it. I didn't still teach that. Okay, so you can answer until 27. Okay, so listen, students. So you can include these questions which I have not included in the tute. You can include these 2 questions also. Okay. What is the maximum time? If write this question also because I have not included in the tute. Okay. So what is the maximum time? You can write it anywhere where there is place. What is the maximum time? The earth experiences, what is the maximum time? Sorry. Maximum time the earth experiences, the solar eclipse. What is the answer? What is the answer, students? Very good. Well done. So it's going to be 7.5 minutes. Well done. The next question you can write down anywhere if you have any space in the tute, or you can write another paper and paste it in behind. Or if you have any place at the end of the tute, so you can write at the end of the tute also. How many area of the earth is covered? How much area? What is the area? Let's start with what? Okay. So what is the area of the earth? What is the area of the earth? What is the area of the earth that is covered by the umbra, that is covered by the umbra of the moon during a solar eclipse? During a solar eclipse. Okay, soon write the answer. What is the area? Very good. Well done. Yes, it's going to be 160 kilometers square, right? This is going to be the answer, 160 kilometers square. So now we have completely studied about the solar eclipse, but I am going to teach you a small extra thing about the solar eclipse. They have given you the picture, but they have not taught you what is it. So I want to teach you what is annular solar. There are 3 types of solar eclipse actually. So I will be teaching all 3 types, a small short note on all these 3 types of the solar eclipse. I'll teach you that. Okay, so I am done writing this so that I can erase the board. Okay, umbra. Umbra means shadow, students. Some students are asking, you have studied this in grade 7. I think it was in the chapter, in the part 1 book, it was there. Under the chapter, we studied about umbra and penumbra. So umbra means a shadow. Now let's take a ball. If you have a very complete shadow, that means dark shadow, that you call it as the umbra. Penumbra means it's not dark. It's like a smudge shadow, like a very smudge shadow, that you call it as a penumbra. So umbra is a shadow, right? The shadow, you call it as the umbra. So if you don't know what is umbra, the meaning is shadow, right? So the next thing I want you to teach is solar eclipse occurs in new moon days. Solar eclipse, like, lunar eclipse occurs in full moon days, while solar eclipse occurs in new moon days. So you know that there are different phases of the moons, right? So solar eclipse, it occurs in new moon days, while lunar eclipse occurs in full moon days. Remember that, okay? So when does a solar eclipse occur? It occurs in new moon days. When does a lunar eclipse occur? It occurs in full moon days, okay? So if they ask you, what is the day that a solar eclipse can occur? It can occur on a new moon day. What is a day that a lunar eclipse can occur? It can occur on a full moon day. Okay? Yeah, umbra, we studied that in the grade 7. Okay, students. Now we'll move on to our next part. Based on the type of the shadow, now when I draw the solar eclipse, so you know this is the moon, this is going to be the earth, right? So you know that this is going to come like this and it's going to fall on the earth. The shadow is going to fall on the earth. And also when I draw it from here to here, so this part is the ano, this part is the umbra. Okay, this part you call it as the umbra. This part is the ano, the light shadow. It's not a very dark shadow. It's a very, no, it won't completely become dark. These areas will not completely become dark. Right there. So you call it as the penumbra. Okay, this is the umbra, this is the penumbra. So because based on the type of the shadow fall on the earth, we can divide the solar eclipse into 3 types. Based on the type of the shadow fallen on the earth, we can divide the solar eclipse into how many types? How many types that we can divide it into? 3 types. So in your book, they have mentioned only umbra and penumbra. So there is something called antumbra. I'll tell you what is antumbra. So that is something called antumbra also. Okay. So there is umbra. This part you call is that umbra. I think the antumbra is also marked, I guess. So yes, this is the antumbra. So if you take your book, here they have marked no annular solar eclipse. This part they have marked the purple wage. So that you call it as the antumbra. This dark region is the umbra. Then this the lighter one you call it as a penumbra, and then they have marked for annular solar eclipse. That is going to be antumbra. Okay, so you don't have to study about it, but I'll just explain you so that you get an idea. 1 minute. Okay, I am speaking at my maximum voice. Okay, because I usually teach loud, right? I'm loud when I'm teaching. So I'm speaking at my maximum voice. I can't shout after this. So this is my maximum voice. So how many types according to the shadow, we can say that there are 3 types of solar eclipse. So the first one, you call it as a total solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse. Okay, the first type you call it as a total solar eclipse. The second type you call it as the annular solar eclipse. Annular solar eclipse. The third type you call it as the partial solar eclipse. So these are the three types: partial solar eclipse. So the first type is total solar eclipse. Second type is going to be annular solar eclipse. The third type of the solar eclipse you call it as the partial solar eclipse. So I'll just give you all a small idea about these three things because the word is there in your book, but the explanation of them is not there. They have just given you about. So what you can do is you can prepare a chart. Now take your book, everyone. Take your writing book or take a any paper or anything. And then what you can do is you can write the heading according to the type of shadow. You can write this down, students. According to the type of shadow fallen on the earth. According to the type of shadow fallen on the earth, the solar eclipse. So you can draw, you can color, you keep it attractive, students. When you keep your book attractive, you will be loving to study. You will love to study, right? I always advise my students to draw and to study, right? You know, when you study, keep drawing. What you think, draw it as a picture and keep that in your mind. So the things that you draw will stay in your mind for a long time. Don't memorize stuffs, okay? Don't memorize anything. Just draw and study. Or you can write and study. Whatever you studied, you can write it down in a book. So you can do that, students, okay? So according to the type of shadow fallen on the earth, the solar eclipse can be of three types. The solar eclipse can be of three types. Okay, so the three types, I'm going to write it down. The first type, you call it as the total solar eclipse. The first type is going to be total solar eclipse. The second type, you call it as the annular solar eclipse. Annular solar eclipse. The third type, you call it as the partial solar eclipse. Partial solar eclipse. Now you don't have to memorize what are they. I'll just give you a very clear idea about it, so you can keep that in your mind. So let's say that the sun is here and the moon is here and the earth is here. Okay, so when when the sun emits light, it will fall on the moon and the shadow of the moon will fall on the earth, right? This will happen. So this you can see here, the moon is completely covered. The moon is completely covers the sun. When a person who is living in the earth, he will see that the moon has completely covered the sun. So when the moon completely covers the sun, you call it as what? If the moon completely covers the sun, what do you call it as? If the moon completely covers the sun, you call it as total solar eclipse. If the moon completely covers the sun, you call it as total solar eclipse. So during this time, will you be able to see the sun? If you are living in an area here, will you be able to see the sun during this time? No, you won't be able to see the sun during this time. So because the sun is completely covered by the moon. So total solar eclipse means the sun is completely covered by the moon. A person living here for 7.5 minutes, maximum time it can stay 7.5 minutes, he won't be able to see the sun. So they advise you not to go out during this time period because sun emits a very harmful ray called as ultraviolet rays, UV rays. So they advise you not to go. So if you go and look at the sun during this time period, you will go blind, right? So they always advise you don't go out when there is a solar eclipse. When there is a solar eclipse, they advise you not to go out. Okay, so now tell me, how many types of solar eclipse is there according to the shadow that is fallen on the earth? How many types? 3 types. The first one, what did we study? The first one is going to be total solar eclipse, right? So during total solar eclipse, can we see the sun? During total, no, you can't see the sun. The sun is completely covered by what? The sun is completely covered by the moon. Very good. The sun is going to be completely covered by the moon, right? So during this time, is it good to go outside your house and look at the sun? No, it is not good to go outside and look at your sun. So is it clear? Is total solar eclipse clear? Yeah. Okay, it's going to be clear. Anyone who have doubts in total solar eclipse? No. Okay, no one has any doubt, right? So this is completely clear. Now let's move on to the next part. So we have studied about total solar eclipse. Now I'm going to teach you about annular solar eclipse, right? Annular solar eclipse. I will be uploading into the YouTube. So I won't be sending the recording. So if you all want, you all can go watch in the YouTube. Okay. So there was a student who in their area, it's raining it's him. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing is annular solar eclipse, right? The next thing is annular. So what is happening here is the sun is here, the moon is here, the earth is here, right? And so let's draw the earth little far away. So this is going to come and fall on the earth and it is going to go like this. So this you call it as what? Antumbra. This region you call it as the Antumbra. So you don't have to study about this, but I'm giving you a small idea, right? So this region you call it as Antumbra. Mostly in Sri Lanka, annular solar eclipse only have occurred. In Sri Lanka, mostly what solar eclipse has occurred? Annular solar eclipse has occurred, right? So we'll study little about it because we should know, because we are living in Sri Lanka, right? So we should know about it. So this is called the region. This is what you call this region. What do you call this region? What did I say about this region? Umbra. Very good. This is going to be umbra. So then I will draw a thing like this. Like this. So what is this region, students? So what is this region? These two regions. What do you call it as? Penumbra. Well done. Very good, students. So I know that you have understood now. Okay. Now listen. Annular solar eclipse occurs during a situation like this. So during this situation, how will you able to see the moon is? You will see the moon. No, you won't be able to see the sun. So you will see that the sun is fully covered, right? The sun is fully covered by the moon. During this situation also, the sun will be fully covered by the moon. But what will happen is, it will not cover the entire sun. That means the outer part, the outer line of the sun, you will be able to see. That means the outline of the sun will be able to see around the moon. Around the moon, around the shadow of the moon, you will be able to see the outline of the sun. Now the sun is here now. So the moon is here. So during this situation, this region will be fully dark, but there will be an outline of the sun that can be seen. Only an outline, right? Only an outline of the sun we will be able to see. That you call it as an annular solar eclipse. That you call it as an annular solar. It's not half moon, students. Some students are saying it's half moon. It's not half moon. It is meant by like this. Now, this is the moon, right? The shadow of the moon is completely covering the sun. but only an outline of the sun you will be able to see. You will be able to see an outline of the sun. That you call it as annular solar eclipse. So in 2019 and 2020 in Sri Lanka, annular solar eclipse has occurred, right? Only the border of the sun. Yes, that's correct, Nifraz. So it's like a ring. You will be able to see like a ring. Only the border of the sun you will be able to see. That you call it as an annular solar eclipse. Next one, the last one. So is it clear? Is annular solar eclipse clear? Is annular solar eclipse clear? Okay, so I get almost all yeses and I got only like 1 or 2 no's, right? So annular solar eclipse means you won't be able to see the full sun, only the lining, outer lining of the sun you will see, like a ring. You will see like a ring in the sun. Like when you see the sun, you won't be seeing the whole sun. There will be only a ring part again. Okay, so that you call it as an annular solar eclipse. Partial solar eclipse is very simple. It is going to be occurring in the penumbra region. Half of it is in the penumbra region, half of it is in the umbra region, like this. So let's say this is the sun, right? This is the sun. Part of the sun only covered by the moon. Only a small part of the sun is covered by this moon. So penumbra, you call this as a penumbra. Penumbra is the shadow that covers only a part of the sun. So during partial, that's why the word partial is there. Partial means only a part of the sun will be covered by the moon. So is that clear? Is partial solar eclipse clear? Okay, so if you all want, you all can write it down. So write these 3 types first. One student wants me to write because it's just extra knowledge, okay? It's just some knowledge to have in yourself. Like, so you write these 3 types. Here you can write when the moon completely, you can draw. So if you all like, you can draw and send it to me. You can draw and color, right? When the moon completely covers the sun. When the moon completely covers the sun, you call it as total solar eclipse. So you can write it as a point. You cannot see the sun at all during, you cannot see the sun at all during, you cannot see the sun at all during total solar eclipse. During total solar eclipse. So that is all about total solar eclipse. So I'll write about annular solar eclipse. I'll just raise this upper part, okay? And I'll write about annular solar eclipse because I don't have space here. So I'll write here. So here I'll write about annular solar eclipse. So annular solar eclipse, antumbra is the area beyond the umbra, right? So there will be an area you call it as antumbra. Antumbra. Now, this is the umbra. This will be the umbra. Outline, there will be a ring. You call it as the antumbra, right? So the ring region that you call it as the antumbra. So antumbra is the area beyond the umbra. What is antumbra? It is the area beyond the umbra. You can write this under annular. Antumbra is the area beyond the umbra. Here also, the moon, the moon is completely covers the sun, but completely covers the sun, but doesn't cover the outline, of the sun. This is, you call it as annular solar eclipse. So the outline of the sun you will be able to see around the shadow of the moon. So you can draw like this. You color this as a dark color, black color or something. Color this in the orange. So outline of the sun can be seen around the shadow of the moon. The outline of the sun can be seen around the shadow of the moon. Okay. Is it clear what is annula? Yeah, I will be telling all the details about the class, students. Don't worry. Okay. Nifraz, I'll tell you about the details of the class. Give me 2 minutes. So is it clear now? Okay. So before I go to the next type, before I go to the partial solar eclipse, I'll tell you about my class. Okay. So if you all want to join my class, we have a website. We are from Satyaha College. Okay. So shall I raise the board or are you still writing? Are you all still writing or shall I raise the board? Done. Done writing. Erase the board. Done. Done. Erase. Okay. So I'll raise the board. I hope that everyone is done writing with me. So I'll just write here. So if you want to join my class, put a message to this number. Okay. 076 993 4070. So this is going to be my number. My name is Zainab Ali. Okay. My name is Zainab Ali. Okay. And then the class is it will happen on Saturdays, the same time, but it will be happening for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It will be on Saturday. The time is 2:45. No, 3:15 to 5:30. This is our usual time. This is on Saturday. We have the class 3:15 to 5:30 p.m. We have covered until the chapter. We have completed until the chapter 12. We are going to complete the chapter 13. Right? We are still in the chapter 13. I chose this part because my students also have not learned it yet. So, yeah. So, I am still in the chapter 13, students. So, if you all want to join, you can leave a message to this number. I will help you to join, right? We have a website. I help you to enroll in the website. Okay? The fee is going to be 1,000 rupees monthly. Monthly 1,000. Okay, the fees is 1,000 monthly. The number I have written in the board here, 076 993 4070. Yeah, I will be doing for the next year, grade 9, right? Okay. Okay, now we'll move on to our. I'm done writing my number. I put in the chat box also if you all want. Okay. 076 993 4070. Okay. Now let's move on. So next part we are going to study is about what is the third type? Tell me what is the third type? What is it? What is the third type, students? Partial. Very good. The third type is going to be partial solar eclipse, right? So partial solar eclipse means the penumbra is the area. You can write this under so a partial. Penumbra is the area. Penumbra is the area of the shadow which covers only a part of the sun. Only a part of the sun. Only a part of the sun. So you can draw the sun. You can draw the sun and draw the moon and show that it is going to cover only a part of the sun. So this you call it as partial. Partial means half. Partial solar eclipse. A small part. Partial. Right? Now this is done. We are finishing the solar eclipse. Now I'll tell you some how can we look at the solar eclipse. That also we should learn, right? So are you all done writing this? Are you all done writing partial solar eclipse? Okay. Anyone who is still writing? Okay. So now we'll move on to the next part. So what are the things that you should do during a solar eclipse? You know, I told you solar eclipse emits a very harmful ray. You call it as the ultraviolet rays. It is going to emit a during a solar, like, you know, the sun emits a ray. You call it as the ultraviolet ray, which will be harmful for our body. So during a solar eclipse, you should not go out, right? During a solar eclipse, make sure that you don't go out and don't look at the sun directly from your naked eye. Avoid looking at the sun directly from your naked eye. Avoid looking at the sun directly from your naked eye, okay? Because there is a harmful ray. You call it as a UV ray. It will be very harmful for your body, right? So what can you do is you can use eye covers. You know, people use x-rays. I have once seen the have you all seen? I have seen a partial solar eclipse. Or you can use a goggle as well. You can use eye covers or goggles. I have seen a partial solar eclipse one day using an x-ray. Have you all seen? Have you all seen a partial solar eclipse? No. Okay, no worries. So like next time when they say that there is a solar eclipse, don't go and look at from your naked eye. Make sure that you use an eye cover or a goggle. I used the x-ray card. So you can use an x-ray card also to see. Nifras, is not good to look at it directly. Okay, don't look at it directly hereafter, because it will be not good for your body, right? Or else what you can do is you can reflect the moon. You know, it will get reflected on the water basin, or you can look inside the water basin. Or you can do is you can keep a mirror and reflect it. You know, mirror, you can see the objects inside the mirror, right? So you can keep the mirror and look at the mirror without directly looking at the sun. And what else you can do is you can use a telescope. So these are some of the methods how you can see a solar eclipse. So what are the methods that you can see a solar eclipse? Can someone say? Can anyone raise your hand so that I'll ask you? Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, Shamrita. Shamrita, tell me. Shamrita, we can't hear you, dear.
Excuse me, can you please repeat the question?
What are the things that you need, like, in order to see a solar eclipse? What can you use?
Telescope, X-ray, mirror, water basin.
Yes, very good, Shamrita. Then Shabir. Shabir, tell me some things that you can use.
Goggles,
Goggles,
telescope.
well done.
Water basin.
Water basin, very good. Hazik?
X-rays, goggles, water basin, mirror.
Very good. And a telescope. Okay, telescope is very important. You can use a telescope also. And very good, students. All the students who came forward to answer, well done. Okay. Now we'll move on to our next part. We are going to study. Now in your book, page number 107, there is a letter, like a person who is saying, who have observed this eclipse. So he have written it, so you can read it. Right? He's telling a person who experienced that solar eclipse described it as follows. The day the sun was shining in the morning as usual. After 8 in the morning, it began to fall down. Birds flew to their like he have written like a story. So you can read that and understand. Right? So yeah. Now we'll move on to our next part, which is lunar eclipses. So next part is going to be lunar eclipses. So before going to lunar eclipses, can you all answer a few questions which is there in the tube, please? So you can answer 28, 29. Yeah, 28 and 29. Soon answer them. Answer 28 and 29. 28 solar eclipses occurs in which days? That means they're asking, is it a full moon day or a new moon day? What is your answer? Very good, Aisha Abdullah. Aisha Abdullah, send the message to the other name, dear, so that I will be able to see. Because I'm not seeing the messages that comes in my phone. Yes, Hamza, very good. Ahla, very good. Rahna, Aisha, Siddiq, Ruksha, Zainab, Rikaz, well done. Okay. Yes, Zainab, Rikaz, Akila, Maulana. Akila, Maulana, not clear. What is not clear, Akila? Ahnaf, correct. Nifraz correct. Afka, Ijaz, Nuha, Nalim correct. Very good, students. So it's going to be a new moon day, right? During a new moon day, a lunar eclipse can occur. Sorry, a solar eclipse can occur. So during what day a lunar eclipse can occur? During what day? Yes, very good. During a full moon day, right? So if you don't have the tute, you can message me and get the tute later after the class. Okay. Yeah. So then the next question, what instructions should follow when you observe a solar eclipse? So you can say that instruction means now they say regulation rules. You don't do this, do that. Those are instructions. So instructions, what are the instructions that you should follow? You should wear goggles. You should use a mirror or a telescope to observe the solar eclipse. Then you shouldn't observe by your naked eye. You should use a eye cover or a mirror. Okay, so those things that you can write in the question number 29. Okay, now we will move on to the lunar eclipse. So when you consider lunar eclipse, so what is lunar eclipse is, so when you take the moon, now when you, okay, do you think what has occurred more? Does lunar eclipse occur more or a solar eclipse? What do you all think? Which is occurring more, a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse? So Zainab Rikaz is telling solar, Ruksha is telling solar, Abdullah is telling lunar, Aisha, solar, so solar, luna. I'm getting messages like that. Okay. So I'll tell you, lunar eclipses occur more than the solar eclipses. Okay, because lunar eclipses occur in a full moon day, right? Lunar eclipses, it occurs in a full moon day. I told you that lunar eclipses occurs in a full moon day. So I'll show you the phases of the moon. It's there in your book, but I'll just type it in the Google and show you. Phases of the moon. It's very beautiful, huh? Okay, look here. This is the full moon, right? This is full moon. So they have different, this is new moon, right? See here, this is new moon. This is full moon. So there is a difference. See the color. So during a new moon, it won't be very bright. The moon won't be very bright. But during a full moon, the moon will be bright, right? So this is the full moon, this is the new moon. That's the difference. So during new moon, what occurs? Solar or lunar? During a, yes, very good. During new moon, solar occurs. During full moon, lunar occurs. Well done, students. Okay. So that you should be able to understand. Okay, now listen. So lunar eclipses occurs in a full moon day. Now, when the earth is, now what is lunar eclipse? Lunar eclipse is the earth is going to be in between the earth is going to be in between the moon and the sun, right? The earth is going to be in between the moon and the sun. So when the earth is in between the moon and the sun, I don't have a space so that I'm drawing that closer. So we should be far away a little. Let's draw it here. So when the earth is in between the sun and the moon, when the earth is in between the sun and the moon, and when these three are in a straight line, when these three are in the straight line, the shadow of the earth is going to fall on the moon. The shadow of the earth will fall on the moon. That you call it as, actually it should be very small, the moon. Let's draw it like this. Okay, the shadow of the moon will fall on the earth. That you call it as a lunar eclipse. So what is a lunar eclipse? Listen carefully again. So what is a lunar eclipse? Lunar eclipse means when the earth, this is the earth, when the earth is between the sun and the moon, when the earth is in between the sun and the moon, the shadow of the earth the shadow of the earth is going to fall on the moon. The shadow of the earth is going to fall on the moon. That you call it as a lunar eclipse. That you call it as a lunar eclipse. Okay, that you call it as a lunar eclipse. So during, no, how many types of lunar eclipse are there? Anyone who knows? Yes, Shakib Fazli. Shakib, can you raise your hand if you have any doubt? I can unmute you. Yes, Shakib, what is your doubt?
That means moon will take to 27 days to rotate Earth, means every 27 days it will take an eclipse.
No, not every 27 days. Now, yeah, let's say that Earth is all, no, in the same place, it won't occur every 27.3 days. The Earth is also rotating, no? Right? Did you understand? The Earth is also rotating. So the Earth, when the Earth is rotating at different places of the Earth, the solar eclipse can occur every 27.3 days. Okay? For the solar eclipse to occur, there should be a condition. The moon should be in between the Earth and the sun, and they should lie in a straight line. Only during that condition, a solar eclipse will occur. Okay? So I hope that is clear. Is it clear? Who was it? I forgot the name. Yeah. So when you consider lunar eclipses, there are 3 types of lunar eclipses. Like solar eclipses, we have 3 types of lunar eclipses according to the shadow that is falling on the moon. So this area, what do you call it as? Do you all know what this area is? Can you all tell me? Is it umbra? Is it penumbra? What do you all think? Umbra. Very good. That is going to be umbra. What is these regions? What are these regions? Yes, it is going to be penumbra. Right? These regions are going to be called as penumbra. So, according to the shadow that is falling on the moon, we can divide into 3 types of lunar eclipse. First one, you call it as a total lunar eclipse. The second one, you call it as a partial lunar eclipse. The third one, you call it as a penumbral lunar eclipse. Okay, so what are the 3 types? Total, partial, penumbral. So I'll write it down. According to the shadow that is falling on the moon, we have 3 types of lunar eclipse. So it is going to be total lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, and the third one is penumbral lunar eclipse. Penumbral lunar eclipse. Okay, so these are the 3 types. So total lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse means now there is the sun. This is the earth. This is the moon, right? So this is going to go and fall like this. So if the moon is in the umbra region, if the moon is in the umbra region, you call it as a total lunar eclipse. If the moon enters completely into the umbra of the earth, you call it as a total lunar eclipse. If the moon enters into the umbra region of the earth, umbra means the shadow, the umbra shadow. This is going to be penumbra. When I draw like this, if I draw it like this region is going to be penumbra. This region is umbra. So when the shadow falls on the moon in the umbra region, that you call it as a total lunar eclipse. So let's ask someone. Anyone who can answer, raise your hands. Anyone who can answer? Okay, Aisha Hamza. Can you answer?
The shadow of the moon, the shadow of the earth will fall on the moon.
Yeah. If the moon enters, you should mention this.
If the moon entered the umbra.
Yes, very good. Umbra. If the moon enters the umbra completely, the full of the moon should enter. if the moon enters this umbra region completely, that you call it as a total lunar eclipse. Anyone who have doubt in total lunar eclipse, you all can put me a message. Anyone who have a doubt in a total lunar eclipse, put me a doubt. Yeah, send me the doubt in the chat so that I'll clear it for you. Okay, one more time. Okay, listen carefully. Listen carefully, everyone. Concentrate here, right? So what I'm teaching now, I'm teaching total lunar eclipse. So what is total lunar eclipse? Now, when the Earth is, what is a lunar eclipse first? When the Earth is in between the sun and the moon, and if they are in a straight line, the shadow of the moon, the shadow of the Earth will fall on the moon. That you call it as a lunar eclipse. Is that clear? Is what is lunar eclipse clear? Yeah, lunar eclipse is clear. Then total lunar eclipse. Now this moon is rotating around the Earth. No, you know that this moon is going to rotate around the Earth. So the moon can come. The moon can come here. The moon can come here, or the moon also can be like half. Half in the umbra and half in the penumbra. The moon can be like this, right? So if the moon is completely in the umbra region, you call it as a total lunar eclipse. If it is like this, if half of the moon is in the umbra region and half of the moon is in the penumbra region, you call it as partial lunar eclipse. If the half of the moon is in the umbra and half of the moon is in the penumbra, you call it as the partial lunar eclipse. If it is completely in the penumbra region, you call it as the penumbral lunar eclipse. From the word itself, you can say. From the word, see, totally inside the umbra. Partial, half is in the umbra, half is in the penumbra. Penumbral, totally in the penumbral. Is it clear? So when you see in the Earth, the moon, now during the total lunar eclipse, you will see the moon as a reddish brown color moon. During a total lunar eclipse, the moon will be a reddish brown color moon, right? During a total lunar eclipse. So you must ask me, students, you must ask me doubts. You must ask me, how is the moon becoming red color? Yeah, you can see the moon, but still the scientists, they are researching. Still the astronomical scientists, they are researching what are the effects that is caused due to this lunar eclipse, total lunar eclipse to human being. Miss, for penumbral lunar eclipse, can we tell the moon moves to the penumbral region? No, you should say like this. Listen carefully. Now total is what? Total is when the moon is completely, when the shadow of the Earth, when the umbra of the Earth completely covers the moon. If the moon enters completely into this umbra region of the Earth, you call it as the total lunar eclipse. So during this period, during the total lunar eclipse, the moon can be observed in a reddish brown color. So this will last only for 1 hour, like more than 1 hour, like 1.5 hours, 2 hours, right? It will last like more than 1 hour, like 2 hours, 3 hours, like that, right? So they have said you that it will last more than 1 hour. When it is total lunar eclipse, it will last more than 1 hour. So now ask me, why is it red color? Why is it red color? Do you all have that doubt in yourself? Why do we see the moon as red color? Yes, why is it red color? Why is it red color is, now this is the sun, right? This is the Earth. So do you know that the white color light has 7 colors? Do you know that the light has 7 colors? You know, right? You know that the light has 7 colors. It's the color of the rainbows. The light, they have 7 colors. Normal light in the air. Now you see light, right? The light that is coming from the sun, it has 7 colors. But sometimes you can see the rainbow. That is also because of the light rays of the earth. You will study that in grade 9. Okay. So you should know that the light has 7 colors. It is the color of the rainbow. So the light falls now from the light of the sun falls on the earth. I told you that. Okay. It falls on the earth. So when it knocks the earth like this, part of it will be reflected. Part of the light rays will be reflected. So this light will be, the light ray that is coming, it will be divided into 7 colors. So the red color only will come and fall in the umbra region. The red color will come and fall in the umbra region. That's why the moon will become a red color moon. The moon will become a red color moon, right? So there is red. What are the colors you know? Red, yellow, orange. What else? Indigo, green. Yeah, you can write it as like this. Vibgyor. Vibgyor. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So these are the colors, right? Vibgyor. So the red color will come and fall here. Then orange color, yellow color, green color, blue color. They will be like separated like this. So the red color is coming and falling on the moon. No? That's why the moon becomes reddish brown color. Is it clear why the moon becomes reddish brown color? Yes, it is clear why the moon becomes reddish brown color. Because when the light comes and falls on the earth, it will reflect. It will reflect. So when it reflects, it will be separated like this. So when it separates like this, red color comes and falls here. Then yellow, then red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Same here happens. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Indigo, violet. So the red color comes to this position. That's why the moon becomes a reddish brown color. So this is all about the total lunar eclipse. This is all about the total lunar eclipse. It's Vibgyor, dear. Vibgyor. This is the one. This is how I remember the colors. Yes, Abdullah. So the people who see, like, you know, recently also there was a lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse occurs like faster than the solar eclipse. Like, did you all hear about the lunar eclipse recently? Ruksha is asking, is it very dangerous like the solar eclipse? The thing is, solar eclipse is the most dangerous one. Lunar eclipse is not so dangerous, but it can cause you skin diseases. Lunar eclipse can cause you skin diseases. So still the scientists, they are researching what are the harmful effects caused due to lunar eclipse, but still they didn't give us a proper answer. So, but they know that due to solar eclipse, many things occur, right? But due to lunar eclipse, they didn't give us a proper answer. They say that there are some skin diseases that can occur due to lunar eclipse. So you don't have to know what are the harmful things that are caused due to lunar eclipse, because it's not given in your book also, and most of them are still researching about it. Teacher, if someone is in the moon, can we see the colors of the rainbow? No, dear, you can't see the colors of the rainbow if he's in the moon. But there are some phenomena which makes 7 colors, like rainbow. Even though you are living in the earth, you can see the rainbow, right? So it doesn't mean that you go to the moon and you can see the 7 colors. You can't see that. Teacher, I think lunar eclipse occurs in the night. Is it correct? Yeah, lunar eclipse, it occurs in the night because it occurs not in the night. Like it can occur in the daytime also, but when it occurs in the night only, you can see the moon as a reddish brown color moon. When it occurs in the night only, you can see it as a reddish brown color moon. Okay, that is for Shambrita. Then yeah, I told you, you can see the sky during the lunar eclipse, but you can prevent it also. Don't always look at it and wait, but It is not harmful like solar eclipse there. Okay. But it can cause you skin diseases. So avoid going outside. Okay. Okay. Now that is about total lunar eclipse. Total lunar eclipse only the whole moon becomes red color. During total lunar eclipse, the full moon becomes red color. So partial lunar eclipse. Okay, let's study about partial lunar eclipse. So partial lunar eclipse means, okay, so partial lunar eclipse means what is happening here is this will be the earth. This is the umbra, right? This is the umbra of the earth. This is the umbra of the earth. This is the penumbra of the earth. This is the penumbra of the earth. I'll just draw this as circles, okay? This is the penumbra of the earth. This is the umbra of the earth. So if it is in between, if the moon is in between the penumbra and the umbra, what do you call it as? If it is in between the penumbra and umbra, what do you call it as? Partial. Very good. It is partial lunar eclipse. If the part of the moon is in the umbra of the earth and the other part is in the penumbra of the earth, you call it as partial lunar eclipse. So what is partial lunar eclipse? If the part of the moon is in the umbra region and the other part is in the penumbra region of the earth, you call it as a partial lunar eclipse. Penumbral lunar eclipse means you have the penumbra region, you have the umbra region, the moon is fully in the penumbra region. When the moon moves in the penumbra region of the earth, you call it as a penumbral lunar eclipse. So during partial lunar eclipse, how will you see the moon? You will see the moon half in red color and half in normal color. Like this. They are showed you in the picture. So here see, this is how you will see during a partial lunar eclipse. This is how you see the moon during a partial lunar eclipse. Because half of the moon is in the umbra of the earth and half of the moon is in the penumbra of the earth. When it's total lunar eclipse, you will see the whole moon as reddish brown color. But when it is partial lunar eclipse, half of the moon will be reddish brown and the half will be a normal color. Then when you come to the penumbral lunar eclipse, you will see the moon as a normal moon. It will be a normal moon. Why is it a normal moon? Because it's in the penumbra region. Penumbra region, the light effect is not there. So it will be just like a white color normal moon, but there will be no brightness in the moon. The brightness of the moon will reduce. The moon does not like, the moon will not reduce the brightness. It will be just like a normal moon. During the penumbral, it will be just like the normal moon. During the partial, half of the brightness is gone and the half will be like reddish color. And during the total, full moon will be in a reddish brown color moon. So is it clear? Is this clear, students? Umbra. What is your doubt, Umbra? Do you have any doubt, Umbra? No, you don't have any doubt. Okay.
Yes, teacher, I'm clear. Now I'm clear.
Okay, dear. Miss, on partial lunar eclipse. Okay, I'll teach you what is partial lunar eclipse for the last time. Listen. So, during partial lunar eclipse, now this is the penumbra of the earth. This is going to be the umbra of the earth. Partial means what? Half. So, half of the moon will be in the penumbra region and half of the moon will be in the umbra region. So half of the moon will be in the normal color because it's in the penumbra region. Half of it will be in a reddish brown color, right? So this is, you call it as partial lunar eclipse. Students, that's it for today. I think I have completed about lunar eclipse and solar eclipse completely. So that will be for today. And if you want to continue my class, you can, as I told you earlier, you can contact my number. I will help you register to our institute. Okay. So this is going to be my number 076 993 4070. So if you message to this number, I'll help you register. Okay. So if you like my class and if you like my teaching, okay, you can come to my class. Okay. And I'll send you the details. Salma, I'll answer that. Okay. I'll send you a message for that question because we have another seminar at 5 o'clock. So I should end it now. Okay, dear. Everyone take care. Assalamu alaikum and have a nice day. Good evening. Bye.